It's been a huge issue. The estimates of children who've been out of school during these periods of lockdowns go from 80% to 90%. Basically most children in the world, and some tragically will never get back to school. They've just dropped out of the system. In the figures you showed at the start of our interview here, it indicated that around 40% of the lower middle income countries hadn't been able to reach earned learners who are marginalised during this period. Now, a lot of families will be impoverished by the lockdown period. The children will be looked to for child labour. Chances are there's a generation that's lost hope of completing schooling in this time. So if we're really thinking inclusion, one would hope now that the partnerships that lower income countries have with development partners, with the World Bank and others, can find a way to get those children back to school, because we have a global goal of every child being able to complete 12 years basic education by 2030. An event, a shock like COVID, can throw that completely off track.
And what should higher income countries be doing to support this issue? And could you see any inclusion from the business community, for example, from technology leaders?
Well, if we come back to inclusion in education, technology is absolutely key to that. When I reflect on what happened in my own country, and I have a sister who teaches, our government sent out iPads and modems to families who didn't have these things, so that they could keep in touch for children with the teacher during the lockdown period. Now, these possibilities are there, but for poor countries, there wasn't the connectivity, there wasn't the ability to supply the iPads and so on. So I think there is room for really good partnerships with the technology companies to make these things possible, and on an ongoing basis. We've seen how innovative we can be in a lockdown, with the teacher having the children sitting at home rather than on the mat in front of them. They're sitting in front of the screen and the teacher's talking. We could build on that. There's a lot of innovation that's come through the COVID period. Let's try and get it out to every child everywhere.